What is going on, guys? So, thanks to Oda giving this absolutely ridiculous chapter this week, chapter 918 of One Piece, of course, I decided I have to make a discussion video with my friend Mikey, talking about a lot of big things that happened in this chapter, especially the last panel, of course, but there were some other huge things too that I wanted to talk about, so we made a decently lengthy discussion video, and yeah, not really too much to say, just me and him talking. I'm gonna try not putting any background music in and see how that goes. I've never done that before, I don't think so. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys enjoy Mikey. He said he'd be willing to go into more of my videos if you guys like these discussion formats and whatnot. So yeah, enjoy the video. All right, so the first thing I want to talk about is Hawkins versus Law, right? I mean, I was pretty excited about this because since Dressrosa, I've been super disappointed in how Law has been completely nerfed. I mean, you know, with the Devil Fruit we saw him having and whatnot, and just his original showings in Punk Hazard and Sabaody, for that matter. I always thought he'd be a complete monster, but, you know, Dofi's really strong, but he kicked his ass to oblivion. It was just embarrassing. I really don't even like going back and seeing those parts because it's so ridiculous, but I think Hawkins is probably one of the stronger supernovas, and he did pretty well against him, right? I mean, he pretty much just annihilated his crew members, for whatever that's worth. But
I don't know that I would say Hawkins is one of the stronger supernovas.
you don't think so? Even by
I think he's
bounty?
on the bottom half. Like,
Okay, maybe. I mean, he's not like one of the top. Like, yeah, the
well,
top is
so
pretty
you
good.
can't call him one of the stronger supernovas.
Okay.
If not even the top
Okay,
half.
I guess.
I mean,
Well, some of them,
all
yeah.
supernovas are strong
Yeah, I guess he's like mid tier.
because there's no weak supernovas. But I mean, I definitely think Law could probably just push him around. Same goes
Hawkins,
for Zoro.
really?
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I thought that Zoro pushed him around in their earlier exchange a few chapters ago, but a lot of people apparently think that Zoro actually got smoked.
yeah.
Which
I don't know about that. It
I just don't even know
certainly.
what that means.
I mean,
Like,
Zoro took out. Didn't he take out like two of his lives or something?
he just
And then
like completely overpowered him as
he
far
pretty
as I
much
could
killed
see.
twice. Like,
There was like one moment that Zoro was like, "Whoa," but that was it. Really.
yeah, I mean, well, he
So
was
I don't
more
know.
just surprised because Hawkins pulled out his super giant strawman thing, and then I mean, Zoro just like one shot at it. So
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I
I
don't know
would
about
guess
that.
Law could probably do the same thing.
You think Law would just destroy Hawkins?
Probably, especially because the reason Zoro took any damage was because he wasn't really expecting it. I don't think, and Law is a lot smarter than Zoro, so
He
I
definitely
don't think
is.
he would really get caught off guard as easily.
That's true.
But
But speaking of Law and Zoro, so you know, Law's not really happy with Zoro at all because of all the
no,
shit he's been doing, and this has in this chapter confirmed to have caused Jack to, I guess, be incoming.
oh
Supposedly,
yeah,
that's pretty much guaranteed. I think. I doubt they would mention that, and then he just doesn't show up.
yeah,
And
no.
I think this could be huge because while most people are probably thinking that it's just going to be like he comes in and they have to run away or something, and you know what, that probably is what's going to happen realistically, but I could seriously see him showing up and Luffy and Zoro just being, and I guess Law. I mean, Law is probably gonna try and run, but Luffy and Zoro, I could see just being like, let's just take this guy out.
Well, I think it depends on what Jack does because they talked about they were worried that he would just flatten the entire city, and if he does that, I
Well,
think they'll. If he like starts to destroy the
yeah,
city, or
that's
especially
true.
like
Hmm.
leftover town, then they'll try
Yeah,
to intervene.
that would be
Right now,
really good.
like I'm not sure if they have really enough beef to just like
Hmm.
charge in at him. Although I don't know, maybe they're pretty pissed about Zoe, but I definitely think that
Yeah,
if he starts to just go on rampage, like they'll just get pissed off and fight him. But otherwise, they might listen to Law because Law, I'm sure, will tell them not to.
dude, I
But
want it. I want it bad. I mean,
although, also, since they are apparently going up to the castle, they might not be there when Jack gets there. So
but like,
it
I mean,
depends.
yeah. What if he does just like lay waste to it though? I mean, that'd be
Yeah,
that
that'd
that
be
can't
pretty.
happen. But it's supposed to be happening, like as
I
we
mean,
speak.
it could have. I mean, I don't. Well, like they talked to Jack, right? Well, who was it? Hawkins was on the.
Uh,
He was on the Den Mushi.
no, I think his subordinates were reporting that they like let Jack know. He's
Oh,
like,
really?
all right, I
I
believe
thought it was,
so.
I thought
I could be
Hawkins
wrong.
was on a
He was in
mission.
the panel. I think he was talking to one of his subordinates on the Den Mushi, and they're like, "We already reported this to Jack."
Okay.
So that is, he's probably. I would imagine he's coming. Maybe
Right.
he's just like, I don't give a shit.
I mean,
Like,
is Jack like there though? Like he should already be in Curry, right? Like I mean, since he
yeah, I
rules
think he's
over
just
it,
chilling, like in his
like
palace, right?
I mean, I guess, right?
Yeah, I think he had a palace in the last chapter that was mentioned, I believe.
Like by the Paradise Farm.
Yeah, I think like above it or something.
Yeah. Okay.
He's just like in charge of the area. He's just chilling,
Right.
probably eating.
He's I mean he's not far away. He's on
Right.
site practically.
I don't
So
think he's particularly fast though.
no, no, he does not
Probably at
strike
all.
me as very
I
fast.
would also imagine him being a walker in a situation like this.
Yeah.
Like, come on, he's not gonna
I
run
mean,
there.
well, how else
Like,
does
what
he
would
get
he
up?
do?
I doubt he runs, dude. I mean,
Yeah, he just doesn't run at all. I think there's no way. He's kind of a
but
fatty.
I mean, he could go into mammoth form and just get there in like 3 steps.
True. That thing is decently big.
It's pretty massive.
It's
But
nice.
yeah, I mean, I don't know what his temper's like. Like, if he's gonna be pissed or just come in and be like, "All right,
Right. I
rewind."
don't know at all. I mean, I wondered if he just might not even care. Like, I could see him being like, "You're telling me that Hold'em got one shotted. You're telling me there were multiple headliners there and they lost? Like, they deserve it. Like, they deserve to lose.
Yeah,
They
I don't
deserve to
know.
lose their food."
Now that you think about, or now that you say that, I kind of think he's gonna be pretty pissed, especially because
What?
they were, well, because that doesn't he doesn't seem very intelligent. Like, let's be honest, he's stupid as shit.
Pretty
But
dumb.
I I don't really see him just being like, "Wow, you sounds like you guys deserved it." I think
Yeah.
his reaction is probably to destroy things. That seems like his first
That
instinct.
is the thing. Like, if there's
That's
any opportunity he has to fight, I feel like he might just send it.
right.
So,
Yeah, and that's pretty much what
yeah.
he did on Zoe. He just stomped shit whenever
dude.
people mess with
Oh my
him.
God. What
Plus,
if,
they were all saying that if you mess with Hold'em, like Okiku was saying that if you mess with Hold'em, that Jack will come.
Yeah,
seem pretty
yeah.
sure of it.
I mean, right. That is the thing, dude. What if, because Zoro and Law already saw the graves, what if just Luffy and Law go and Zoro stays behind? He's like, "Don't worry, I'll just make sure Jack doesn't destroy this place."
Just wait, who?
Zoro.
Just Zoro versus Jack?
Yeah, I mean, why not? Don't you think Zoro could do it? I think Luffy could certainly do it, right? Like,
I think it'd be a good fight. I don't know. I don't know if I see that being the matchup though.
no, I don't think it would be like a
It seems more
like super big fight.
like a fist fighter type of matchup against Jack than swords.
I think they'd be interrupted.
Who?
Like
Zoro
and Jack. I could see that happening.
They'd be interrupted by what?
Well, I'm just saying, if this was to happen, if Zoro was to face off against him, I don't think it would be like a to the death battle, or to defeat whatever.
Oh,
I think they'd be interrupted, and we just
dude.
get a little bit of an indication of both of their powers. I mean, dude, we kind of need it. I mean,
I don't know,
we've
man.
been waiting so long to see what Zoro can actually do. If he can hold his own against Jack, just easy. Oh my god, I need it.
I do agree. I mean, we're gonna see Zoro go all out at some point in a way that we've not seen since before the time skip. But I just don't think it'll be against Jack. And honestly, I don't think Jack is good enough for that. I think it'd have to be either the Shogun if he's a monster, or one of the other calamities that matches up better against him. Because like I said, it'd be kind of just weird, like a mammoth versus a swordsman. Like I don't even know how that they would interact.
Mm-hmm.
Like Oda tends to avoid
Well, he does have his fish
weird
hooks.
matchups like that, like people that don't have weapons. I mean, okay, yeah, the fish hooks, but Zoro's just probably so much faster. It just doesn't really make sense. Like
For sure. I want it though. I want it, so I have to believe it's gonna happen.
Want Zoro to go
Dude,
all out.
I want to see him fight a real battle almost as much as I wanted the Browns to win last night, which is
And
a
they
lot.
delivered, so
And
maybe
that's what I'm saying. I wanted
Oda
it to
has
happen,
a
and it
much
did.
better
So
track record of delivering than the Browns do.
he
So,
does. Not after the time skip though. He just refuses to get real
in
opponents.
terms of Zoro,
He
yeah.
handed Dofi over to Luffy and just settled for pleb Pika, and then he just pretty much retired until Wano. So
Yeah, I mean, well, yeah, he wasn't in Whole Cake. We've been
mhm.
pretty Zoro starved.
He did. I mean, nothing happened in so it's just been terrible,
Yeah,
terrible.
it's yeah. We've seen some good stuff from him, like against Hawkins. Like, my impression was
Yeah,
that he
I
just
thought that was
completely
great,
smoked him.
but
So I don't know. And
it's raining really
whatever.
hard right
So,
now. You
it's
hear
raining.
that? Yeah,
Uh,
just came out of nowhere.
I'm not sure, but they might be able to hear it on the video
I'm scared.
because your mic is insane. Anyways,
So moving on then, I want to address the last panel. That's pretty much what I want the rest of this video to be about. The last panel of this chapter, it seems like clearly the indication is that Oden is alive. Like
and it
that.
seems like most people are
Pretty
taking
obvious.
it that way. I wouldn't
Right.
say that it's not evidence,
I wouldn't
but
at all either. I wouldn't say it's guaranteed. I would say though that is like what Oda was doing for sure.
right.
Like, those were his intentions.
I think he's certainly teasing us a little
Right.
bit.
And like, oh my god, I don't know why would he really do that? Like, would he really just have this clear cut thing and have it amount to nothing at all? Just complete troll.
Man.
I mean, it would be complete trolling. I don't
Yeah,
know if he would do that. That's a lot.
he does love to troll us, but he usually
but
comes
this
through
is
after.
so big.
He doesn't really troll for the sake of trolling.
Right. Like, because if it doesn't mean he's alive, what could this mean? Especially because it says, like, in quotations, the truth. I guess that could just mean, like, that everyone in Wano thinks that the Kozukis are dead. That's the fake truth or whatever. But,
Yeah.
no. Like...
Well, do the people of Wano think that, like, the retainers are dead, too? And Momo?
Well, I mean, looks like it.
Yeah.
Unless,
yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what is up with these graves, though? Like, they seem really, like, dilapidated, and that doesn't make that much sense, because it's only been, like what, like a year or two or something since Oden was supposedly
I
executed?
think that's about correct. Yeah,
So why...
that is weird.
So, it is...
It could be a totally different, like, thing. I mean, I don't know. This could be like the giant Straw Hat Marie Joie situation, where it's just like, what's even going on here?
I mean, yeah,
like what is even going on here? Could have, because we thought that was the ancient treasure based on the context of that chapter, but I don't know anymore.
I mean, like, look at these. Like, they're wooden, right? But there's like missing chunks, and there's moss on them. It looks like there's like wind blowing around and shit.
Yeah, I mean, do you think maybe like rain would do
look
that?
Old.
Yeah, they do look old. That's the thing.
That's weird. Don't know why that would be.
But like, it has to be referring to them because all the names are the same, like Raizo, Kanjuro, Kinemon, Momo, Oden. Like, it can't be someone else's.
Yeah, no. Oh, of course. Yeah, of course. It's definitely them. I mean, so I don't know. I don't really have a theory for why, but
yeah,
it certainly doesn't make sense. I hope that this isn't something that takes a long time to explain. Like,
right. I need this immediately. I mean,
like, what if Oda just like cuts away to the other straw right now?
Dude.
In the next chapter, we just get like a few chapters of like whatever Ami and Sanji.
It has to be either we need this addressed or we need Jack to come in. Those are my only two things I can accept. Otherwise, I'm gonna have like a heart attack.
I mean, I don't know. Not the more I think about it, I know. Not sure.
I mean, Reverie was cut in the middle right after the biggest information drop of all time. Shanks making an appearance in what is it called? Chamber of what? Where did the Goro say? Said. Goddamn. Chamber of something. But he makes an appearance there, and it's just chilling with the Gorosei. And then Im Sama makes an appearance on the following chapter.
It's the Chamber of Authority? Is that what it was?
Maybe.
Something like that.
That sounds like something from a video game or something, but I don't know. So, yeah. So, okay, then. I think we pretty much agree that he might be alive, he might not be, although this panel is clearly indicating that he is.
I think we could assume that.
Right, it's a possibility for sure. So, with that being said, how would it affect the story if Oden does happen to be alive?
Dude, that
It'd be huge.
is
I mean,
huge.
like it would
Yeah.
just be ridiculous.
I mean, because we already know he knows what the One Piece is first and
Right.
foremost. That's just insane.
Right. Well,
And,
supposedly,
and not like no, he does. Cat straight up said that he does in the Zoark.
didn't he say he went to Raftel?
He said he went to Raftel so he knows the secrets of the world.
Okay.
So
Well, I
mean,
think that could mean that he like knows all the poneglyphs, like how Rayleigh said,
too.
"Yeah, we know everything."
Yeah.
I mean, he probably knows what the One Piece is, but I wouldn't say it's 100% confirmed because we don't know what the One Piece is. It's not like Raftel is the One Piece or all the knowledge is the One Piece.
Right, but it's at Raftel, so if you've been
Yeah,
there, you probably know what it is.
True.
I mean,
You're not wrong.
Like, yeah, Rayleigh's the only other person we've met that has that type of knowledge, but Oden seems like who?
Crocus.
Was he there at Raftel? Yeah, actually, yeah, you're right.
Sure,
You're right, Crocus. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I was forgetting him because we didn't really when we met him.
And
we didn't
potentially
really know.
Shanks.
Yeah, okay.
And Buggy.
Okay, so I just was completely wrong about that.
I don't know if Shanks or Buggy actually did though. 'Cause some people think that they weren't on the ship at the time. Although, I don't know. I feel like if they made it to Raftel, why would you even still like? I don't know. It just seems strange that they would join afterwards. Like, what do they even do then? Like, didn't they pretty much beat the game once they made it to Raftel?
Well, Shanks isn't really going for the One Piece.
I understand
and neither
that.
is Buggy.
I'm
Neither
saying
one of them are
a
really
lot of
going
people
for
think that Shanks and Buggy joined after they made it to Raftel, and I'm just wondering, like, after they made it to Raftel, wouldn't like the Roger Pirates be like, all right, I mean,
I thought
what do we
that
do
was
now?
their final journey, right? Because
Yeah,
like
that's
they
what
were
I'm
going around the
saying.
Grand Line for a long time.
That's what I'm saying. I
Like-
can't imagine how Shanks and Buggy were not on the
Like,
ship at
decades.
Raftel. Doesn't make any sense.
And then when Roger got sick, that was when they did the final 2-year journey, picked up Crocus, and then that's when they went to Raftel.
Right.
So that was like the final journey last 2 years. And I think Shanks and Buggy were there before that. I don't think
I can't see how they wouldn't be. It doesn't make any sense.
I'm assuming they were there before that, although the question is whether they were still there after that. And I think so. I think they were there for the Raftel journey though, because I mean they were at Roger's execution and everything, so like
Yeah.
I don't know. And then after that was when they decided to make their own pirate cruise.
So do you think Oden knowing about Raftel and One Piece would like do anything?
Yeah, I don't know what it
I mean,
is.
he's not gonna like
but-
share that information.
I mean, well, I don't think.
But yeah,
They-
he'd want to probably like do something about it. Like he knows what Roger's trying to accomplish, and he'll probably like influence that in some way.
Well, the one thing that I'm thinking is information that he has that they actually would want, because we know from Sabouti that they don't want to know what the One Piece is or anything like that.
Yeah.
But they do want to know how to get there.
Right.
Right now, the piece of information that they're missing is where the fourth road poneglyph is. And I think Oden might know that if he was on the crew because
Yeah.
Roger
that
picked
is
him up
true.
from Whitebeard's crew for the purpose of reading the poneglyphs and finding them and stuff. So I think he would know at least where it was when Roger found it, and it might not still be there. But
Yeah, I mean, I'm the one that's been saying this whole time that I'm guessing they're going to go to Wano and either find out that the final road poneglyph is in Elbaf, or they were just for some reason going to go to Elbaf and it was going to be there. I think that's where the last one is for like almost certain.
well, you know what's weird? Do we have any occurrences of like connections between Roger and giants? Like, have any giants mentioned Roger? Because if the road poneglyph is there, then he certainly went to Elbaf. But I can't recall any time that anything giant related has.
I think like the only one would be Saul, and I don't recall.
Yeah, I feel like
Who's
Oda
also a D, by the way.
would have.
So
That's yeah.
which is so insane.
Well,
Like
but he's not from Elbaf.
what?
He wasn't from Elbaf.
I mean, like I don't think he like lived there, but
No, he
his
like I'm
origin
pretty
has
sure
to
that.
be
No, I don't. I think he like is from somewhere else.
sure. Like he was born somewhere else, but like he has to be like I have English in me, but I'm American.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's like the
his
land of the
ancestors
giant.
are from Elbaf.
It's like the homeland of the giant. Yeah,
Right? Yeah. Okay.
right. Yeah.
But
So
I don't get how the D works there, but not really the point.
I wonder if we'll find out.
Oh, we have to. There's no way. I mean, how? What would even be the point? What would even be the
Of him
point
being a D.
of him being a D if Oda's just gonna be like, oh, fuck it, let's just make Saul a D, a giant. I mean, why not?
I think one of the most important. I think the reason he did that is to show that other races can be Ds,
Yeah.
not just humans. I think that was the main point
But
of
like,
it. At
that's
least
crucial.
at that point in the story.
But that's so
And
crucial.
also that he was a Marine, so we had two different Marines that have Ds.
Yeah.
So I think he was just like introducing some variety into the D clan.
So weird. Doesn't even make sense to call it a clan because of that, but you know, that's how it is.
Yeah.
All right. So then the last thing I want to get to, this is getting pretty long now at this point. What is the third Kozuki in the panel? Because we could see, Retainer, Kanjuro, Retainer, Kinemon, Raizo, all that, and then we see Kozuki, Momo, Oden, and then there's one in the background that just says Kozuki and the bottom is cut off.
Yeah, he's a complete troll.
He really is, dude. The way that he designed this panel was so awesome. Such a legend. It's ridiculous.
He really destroyed
so much. It's horrible following the series sometimes, but I mean, it's gonna be worth it. But who is that? I mean, the first thing that comes to mind, pretty obviously, is Momo's mother.
Right, and that does seem to be probably the most likely.
Probably the most likely, but why would he have to hide that? It just doesn't make any sense.
I mean, it could just be because we don't know her name, but
I guess
even then, I don't see if she isn't relevant, then I don't see why they wouldn't have just name dropped her in Zoe, and then
right. That's what I'm saying.
Here.
It's there could be something going on here.
Like he's purposely keeping her name a secret, or whoever's name this is, because obviously he's keeping the name a secret since he covered it up in this panel.
Dude, if her name, if it is his mother and her name is, I believe it is Jord or Jord, if it would be Nordic, I think it'd be Jord. I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind because it's gonna prove all of my theories about Elbaf and Norse mythology in One Piece. And Odin being Odin, despite it being spelled differently, I understand that, but I mean, come on,
Wait. What Odin, Daimyo of Wano, has something to do with Elbaf in your theory?
Yeah.
All right, you should make a different video on that. Did you already make a video on that?
Kind of. I mean, I mentioned it.
I think you should.
I mentioned how I think Odin could be alive because he could be crucial in Elbaf.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm like, dude. This is so huge. When I saw this panel, I was just, oh my god, dude. If his wife's name is Jord, I think it's Jord. That is who Odin the god married. It's like the person in charge of Earth or some bullshit like that.
Right.
It would be so insane. Oh my, I'll lose my mind. I'll lose my mind, Mikey.
Well, I mean, yeah. We did mention that Odin probably knows where the fourth road poneglyph is, and
in Elbaf. I think it is in Elbaf. That's what I'm saying, dude. It's all gonna tie together. What?
Oh man,
you don't think it's Elbaf?
No, I'm saying all the strings are connecting.
I know. I don't think that makes sense, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that was
connecting. I don't think so, but yeah, I know what you mean.
Dofi would understand that one.
Yeah, it would work for him, but only a god such as himself.
True. Yeah, but I was wondering also by the placement of, or like the shape of the panel, I guess how he used the edges of the panel to block the names of two other retainers.
Yeah, that's important too. There are actually additional retainers who we didn't even know were a factor in the first place. So they could be alive or dead. I mean,
and I wonder if they are in Wano, part of the resistance, because didn't Kinemon mention something like he has people in Wano that are working underground to start a resistance or whatever? Wasn't that something that was mentioned?
Yeah.
So I
That is
wonder
true.
if the other two retainers are
That could be really possible. It's still very strange that they hadn't been mentioned though. If like they know they're alive, that would be so
right,
weird.
right. Well, and you know it. Well, they did, and the other thing is, when Law said we're going to meet the ghosts of country, he said it plural, and it seems weird to like Oden. I would
True.
understand why he would refer to him as a ghost because he's assumed to be dead supposedly, and if he's not, you know, I could see that's why they call him the ghost. But it seems weird to refer to like the samurai like that when Luffy's already met them. And plus, one thing that does not even really make sense to me is why Zoro said it was definitely a surprise when I saw them,
Mm-hmm.
because even if like Odin's alive and that's the ghost of Wano, why would Zoro why would he be like surprised? I feel like he
Yeah.
wouldn't be really shook by that.
Like if you know you're saying if Kaido wanted to make it seem like everyone was dead, like why would he be surprised?
Well, like even like okay, so in Zoe they told like when they were in the whale, they said that Odin's dead, right? And so Zoro assumed that he was dead. And even
When
if
they were
Zoro
in the
assumed,
whale.
yeah, like the big whale tree in Zoe,
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
But so like Zoro thought Odin was dead, right? And
Mm-hmm.
even if he met Odin and they're like, oh look, he's not really dead. Like, I don't feel like Zoro would just be like, oh okay.
Yeah, I
Like
was definitely
I don't
surprised when
feel
I
it.
saw
He
it.
said it was definitely a surprise when I saw them, and also them plural again. But
Did he say them?
yeah, he did.
Oh my god, you're right. I mean that could mean just the stones or whatever
Well,
the
what
weird
I'm
things.
thinking
But
is that there's got to be some twist to it, and there's no way that we could theorize what that
absolutely,
twist
yeah.
is
Like it's
with
gonna be
any
something
evidence.
ridiculous.
But there has to be a twist. It's not just that Odin and these other two retainers are alive when they were assumed to be dead.
Right.
There's got to be some twist to it because there's no way that Zoro would just be like surprised like that. He's looking all serious in that panel. Oda shadowed his face.
Yeah,
Like,
it's awesome.
I mean,
I
there's
cannot
got to be.
wait for the next chapter, dude. But we're not gonna get it. We're not getting that next chapter. There's no way. At the very least, Jack will stop us, which I find acceptable. But
Yeah,
you know,
man, it's
yeah,
gonna
it,
be.
it was action packed and massively plot packed, progressing chapter for sure. It was really good. I was very
Yeah,
satisfied.
for sure. Yeah, I definitely thought it was one of the better ones we've seen lately.
Oh
We got
yeah.
a lot of law action, and his interactions with
Oh
Luffy
yeah, I love it.
are
And
just so
Zoro
good
this
as
chapter.
always.
I
As
think
always,
I think this chapter has a chance to be unless Oda trolls us and cuts away to someone else. I think this could be one of those situations where it's like it just sparks the next like 5 chapters being huge, like how it was after Luffy unofficially became an emperor. Like the next like 5 chapters after that were just redonk. I might
well,
even
I
go as
mean,
far as to call them
wasn't that
refrunculus.
wasn't that Reverie after that?
Yeah, I mean pretty much.
So well, yeah, okay. So you think we're gonna get an info dump here? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I think a lot of that because I mean, again, it could start with Jack coming in, some crazy shit happening with Jack, and
Well,
then
that would be
maybe they
fun.
go. I
I
mean,
think there's gonna be an info dump at some point,
oh yeah,
and if Odin's alive, that would
just be
almost certainly
absurd,
spark an info dump right there. Like that's
massive
just
amounts,
like Oda would just be pouring it on at that
pouring
point.
it on us. She's
Yeah,
so awesome. I want it so bad.
yeah, you wanted to pour it all over you. I know.
I know, I really do. But yeah, I think we pretty much covered everything. So
Yeah.
I guess could say bye, Mikey.
Bye.